Well, hello there, YouTubers. How are you today? I'm Tanya. I own a small company called Tanya's Body Care, and I'm in Jamaica. And I want to say good morning, hello, bonjour. How are you? So today I want to talk about how I became an entrepreneur. So I became an entrepreneur not asking to be an entrepreneur, if you know what I mean, or maybe you don't know what I mean. So I'm going to tell you. So I started wearing these. I was wearing cotton shirts to my last job, and I changed my deodorant. And every time I used to wash the shirts, there were these stains that wouldn't come out. I tried everything I could, and it wasn't moving. So I started doing my internet research and say, what can remove underarm stains? And one Saturday morning, I got up about 5 o'clock, couldn't go back to sleep, turned on my computer, started researching. And among the things I saw was how to make your own deodorant. I was like, that's crazy. Who makes their own deodorant? And almost immediately the thought came, why not try? So I jumped up, looked at the ingredients. I had everything in the house. So I started mixing up my deodorant, put it on the arm and walked around the whole day. To my husband, smell my arm, smell anything? To my children, smell my arm, smell anything? And at the end of the day, kind of gross, right? But at the end of the day, my arms were still fresh. I was like, yay, this works. This is crazy, but this works. And so I kept on doing it. And I remember when I sent out a WhatsApp in my family group and I said, I made my own deodorant. Everybody was like, okay, she's up to that crazy thing again. I think she has hit her head. But really, it worked. I started wearing my own deodorant to work. I would take long trips, 3-hour drives to do what I was doing, and my deodorant worked. So I got so excited. I started telling my friends about it, and they were like, we want to try your deodorant. So after making my own deodorant and it's successful, I've been making my own deodorant for 2.5 to 3 years. My family uses my deodorant. So my husband had a small problem at the beginning because he had a keloid skin, but now he uses it without any problems at all. So then I moved to making my own oils for my skin. People wanted that too. And then I said to myself, okay, but what I know is what I've learned off the internet. I didn't feel 100% comfortable, especially since people now wanted to get this thing for me to buy. So I began to search around and I found that there were courses at the Scientific Research Council in Jamaica. And so I registered and I went and did a course in natural bar soap making. And you can see all these soaps behind me were made by my two hands, handcrafted natural bar soaps. And then I went back and I learned, got certified in making body wash. I don't have a lot of them here, but I do make body wash on order. And that's how I got started. It's been a tremendously interesting ride. And some days I thought to myself, whoa, I think I got tricked into entrepreneurship because I never saw myself as a businesswoman. But interestingly, all my life, all my adult life, people would come to me and say, Tanya, you're an entrepreneur. Tanya, you should be working with your own hands. And I kept thinking, are they seeing something that I'm not seeing until the deodorant? You know what I mean? So how has it been? It has been exhilarating. It has been tiring. But I kind of get this feeling, this excitement in my spirit that I actually wish that I was an entrepreneur from I was 20, because I think I would have been way ahead of the game. So what advice would I give to anybody? I'm this person who, I have a first degree, I'm to finish a second degree. I believe in education. But listen, I believe in having a skill. I think skill is education as well. What can you do with your hands? Can you braid the hair? See, I had to go pay somebody to get my hair braided. Can you make soaps? Can you do carpentry? Along with having an education, have a skill, because I tell you, The older you get, for peace of mind, it's like when you're working with your hands, it's like you're in heaven. So I've been to craft fairs and there are persons who do jewelry. In fact, I'm wearing an Inspire 365 set made in Jamaica. And I love it. I have to keep telling myself, don't wear it today, Tanya, don't wear it today. But of course, today I'm wearing it, right? So I would say entrepreneurship is for all of us. Maybe some will be on a small scale, some will be medium, and some will be on a large scale. But get involved, get a skill with your education, you will be better for it. So the final question I'm going to answer is, now we see a lot of persons in Jamaica doing natural soaps, right? There was once, in fact, I was a little intimidated at first to get my soaps in the stores, because when I went into the stores, I saw a plethora, whole heap of soap. I was like, my soap's not going to do well here. But then once I got past that thought and got my soaps there, the soaps are doing well. So somebody asked me recently, don't you get a little intimidated by other soapers? Do I get intimidated by other soapers? Do I get intimidated by other soapers? Do I get intimidated by other soapers? Maybe just a little. Maybe just a little. Alright, why is it not more and why is it a little? Alright, so let me tell you. I will wake up and think about a soap, and I do the soap, and I think I'm the only one that has done it. But then I go out and I see other people with the same soap. It's a little bit like doing your assignment and you're writing a paper and they say you have to give credit because there's no new thought under the sun. Yeah, you can innovate something. But I'm not the only person who has thought of doing a cinnamon soap. The ingredients may be different, the process may be different, the aesthetics of the soap may be different. So each of us have a unique advantage. So I only get a little intimidated because sometimes you just wish it was your innovative idea alone, right? But it's a creative space. You have your own persons. There are 2.7 million people in Jamaica. 1.1 million of the population is working. People are learning more about how to take care of themselves with natural products. So every one of us will have our clientele. And if Jamaica is too small, there's the world, there's North America, there's South America, there's Australia. So this little bit of intimidation, and then it goes down to da, and then it comes to na. Because if you spend your time being intimidated, then you're going to get into jealousy. And if you get into jealousy, that's a whole heap of negative emotion. I really don't have time for that. I want to be joyful and I want to spread my joy to other people. And if I can help a soaper or two with information, I'm going to do it. I realize that in soaping though, everybody has their little secrets. So that was one of the good things why I did my course at SRC, because not everybody will tell you their recipe. They'll tell you the process of making soap, but not the recipe, not all the time. So I hope I answered your question. If you want to become an entrepreneur, get over the feelings of intimidation, go do it. Get a skill with your hand. Don't be intimidated by people who can do the same thing that you can. Just always innovate. Pray even. There are great ideas that can come in prayer. And get out there, get the necessary help, a mentor if you need to be mentored, and just do what you can to make life worth living for you. Get that book education, but also work with your hands. That's it from me. That's my thoughts on entrepreneurship. If you have any questions, please, just put it down below and I'll answer them. And of course, subscribe to Tanya's Body Care. Subscribe! Press the button, press the button, press the button down there. So yeah, the red one. And subscribe. And until next time, have a great day soaping, making jewelry, or whatever you do as an entrepreneur. Bless you.